Yo, what's going on, everybody? So in this video, I'm going to be going over some Bitcoin miners and I believe USTD dominance and DXY because I wanted to put that in my last video, but I kind of forgot to. So I'll put it in this one. But we're going to go over Bitcoin miners first, or a couple of them. Let's get started on Bitfarms. So let me get a Fibonacci pulled up and the good old classic Fibonacci, and then move this over. And we're on the weekly time frame as well, by the way. So turn that magnet off. Okay, so currently Bitfarms is holding above its 0.382 level at 173. If it were to break, the next target is $1.21. Is it possible? Yes. But it does look like the 0.382 is pretty good support. And I'm saying that because money flow on the weekly is currently still pointed up. VWAP is coming up and momentum waves are getting thinner. So hopefully, right, you don't want to trade and invest off of hope. But it looks like potentially here soon in the coming week or couple weeks that Bitfarms on the weekly can print a green dot and start an uptrend again. But it's holding key support at the 0.32 at its $1.73, which is very nice. We can pull up EMAs. So currently, we'll take off the fib. The weekly is not looking too hot because it's under its 200 weekly and 21. But that can change in literally a single day. It can just get a crazy pump in one day. Uh, but it's holding key support at the 0.32. Overall, if we go to a monthly time frame, stochastic is down. It's not looking too hot, but this thing is a beta play to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's looking pretty sexy. Historically, Bitcoin miners do pretty well, very well, actually. Not pretty well, very well, and outperform Bitcoin after the halving. So, for most of my miners, for this trade, so to say, that's really the base bias for it. Is historically after the halving, miners do very well. Then you're kind of allocated to Bitcoin, but it's kind of like a leverage play. But you're still holding a higher low on the monthly time frame for Bitfarms. Um, it doesn't look too hot, right? So you can't deny that, especially holding under right now the 21 monthly EMA. But like I said, one day can just change that. If we go to a 3 day time frame, see, it's really just choppy on Market Cipher. One day, I mean, one day you got a similar candlestick to here over here back in April 16th. Um, that started like an aggressive kind of short-term uptrend, and you got a similar candle at a higher low. So maybe we can get another aggressive uptrend that makes a higher high than this high, and you maybe have a bottom formed at $1.66 potentially. You do have a great daily green dot with VWAP coming up here as well. But yeah, overall, Bitfarms doesn't look too like very, very strong, but fundamentally, it is a good miner. I know that currently, I believe they have CEO problems. They got rid of their recent CEO and they're looking for a new one. So I'm assuming um, whenever they get that new CEO, that they'll do pretty well because I know they raised their exahash or hash rate or some shit. I don't. I, it's good. Fundamentally, Bitfarms isn't bad. It's pretty nice. It's pretty good. I'm not really a fundamental guy. I mainly just look at charts, and the charts showing me that it's very weak right now. But like I said, my my bias for Bitcoin for um, entering positions on Bitcoin miners is historically they performed very well after the halving on Bitcoin. Um, and Bitfarms is is up there with top Bitcoin miners. I think just currently it's kind of being held down because of some news stuff or whatever. But that just creates a buying opportunity. I've still been slowly adding to my big bag of Bitfarms. So let's go look at another one. Wolf. It's just in a big old pennant consolidating. Let me go to the higher time frame. And I believe it was the monthly on the Wolf that looked Awesome. Yep, it was. So as we can see here on Wolf, it's just in a big consolidation in a pennant at $2.19 currently. And it's also not too far off its lows of this current cycle, from 50 cents. And 2 months ago, in the month of March, it confirmed a yellow bar on the monthly. Um, on the black hat indicator, that's a very good look with money flow coming up and momentum waves coming up on the monthly. Monthly stochastic is topped out, right? But that could stay topped out for months, right? So it's a much higher time frame. But this yellow bar, market cipher, this yellow bar, black hat indicator, it's a money flow indicator. You see the last time it did it? It price went from what, $3 all the way up to $43. That took like, I believe, like a little over a year though. I'm definitely not holding my shit that long if it pumps crazy. But as you can see, this black hat indicator is pretty nice. On a much higher time frame, like the monthly, when the yellow bars print, it's usually a good indication of a strong uptrend coming, right? But it's a monthly time frame, so things take time, and most people don't have fucking patience when it comes to trading and investing, and that's why most people don't become profitable. But that's, people need to learn. Um, no one's perfect. I'm not a perfect trader or investor or professional, uh, say the least. But I tried to learn my best. I tried my best to learn from my mistakes and everything, and learn discipline and patience. And here you can see it didn't really work out in the monthly for Wolf, but I mean, it's really like one time out of one, two, three, four, five, 6 times. All the other times, you've gotten some nice gains from it. Personally, I'm looking for around $10 to get hit on Wolf, and that could happen fairly quick in about 2 months or so, potentially, or something like that, right? Overall, I don't think this thing makes new highs this cycle at all. I think the highest it can really go is around like $28, and I'm probably not holding for that. I just wanted to put in this video for it that it looks good on the monthly time frame with this yellow bar that printed back in March, and monthly market cipher B money flow and VWAP, or momentum waves and money flow on market cipher B are coming up and positive. And we can go on the 2 week. 2 week money flow is red, but currently pointed up and potentially could go green soon. But it's really just choppy price action here in this pennant. Monthly looks amazing for Wolf. We'll go to Iron. This is the last one. It's kind of similar to Wolf. It's a bit of a younger chart though, because it came out back in 2021. Um, so yeah, but currently it's holding it this pennant. Let me turn this damn thing off. It's currently holding its pennant, the weekly pennant of consolidation it's been in. If it does break out, you're getting a target around 11.42 or $12, and weekly stochastic is reset. VWAP is also reset. Money flow is coming out just barely. This is more so it's just chop. This is all market cipher, just like price action, is just chop, chop, chop until a confirmed move happens, right? Either to the downside or the upside of this pennant. Um, I'm betting on upside. We are in a bullish market. And like I said before, historically, Bitcoin miners do very, very well after the Bitcoin halving. But it could take some time. Just got to be patient with it. But if this pennant breaks out to the upside, you're going to get the move around 11.40 to $12. And if that holds, you're likely getting a move to around 15.76 to around $18. And $18 is around that golden pocket level. Also, lower highs from March of 2022. So that will be a big area of resistance and just to look for, right? Um, so with that being said, Bitcoin miners are just choppy, choppy. some are weaker, have a bit weaker look than other ones, and it's going to be like that with miners. It's a very aggressive business, so to say, when it comes to it. But historically, they do very well after the Bitcoin halving, and I'm willing to take my bets off of history when it comes to the markets because the data shows you probabilities, right? So we'll look at USD dominance really quick. It's gonna be very quick. I went over it in my last video. 3-day USDD dominance. Again, it's gotten that rejection from that box of resistance I've had. I'm at between 5.24% and 5.63%. Here soon, it looks like it wants to put a 3-day green or red dot, and if that does happen, we're likely going to get a stochastic pointed down to the downside on the 3-day. VWAP will cross negative, and money flow could potentially point back down a bit for this time frame on the 3-day money flow, right? And you're going to also get that confirmed bearish divergence I was talking about, kind of like this, and the momentum waves are up. So, and that's a good look for crypto, okay? And like I said, if this cycle tops out sooner than people expect, meaning this year, we'll probably just chop around under this 5% or higher 5% region and keep just trading in a choppy price action on this trend line. And eventually it breaks on out of resistance and continues another new uptrend for USD dominance, and that would be the top of the market for crypto, right? Yeah, for the bull cycle. But overall, USD dominance is showing weakness, which is very good for Bitcoin and altcoins, right? DXY 2-day. I'm looking at here. I don't know why I have it on 2-day. Look at the 3-day. So 3-day, it's got that 3-day stochastic pointed down, money flow coming out. It got a confirmed red dot, and you broke under 105.34 support, which is now resistance. You are having a nice wick currently that is getting bought up, so it could just very well get back above 105. But if it can stay under 105.34, the next target to look at is 103.89. After that is 102.90. Overall, it's in a big range, but short-term downside is good for risk on assets, equities, and Bitcoin and alts, right? So with that being said, guys, thank you. Bitcoin miners look just fine. It's just choppy, and historically they do very well. And UST Delvin is the DXY, showing signs of weakness, meaning we could have a good old summer potentially. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.